Hello there, Virgo. Thank you for stopping by for your tarot video forecast for the week of January 19th through the 25th. I am using my Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg once again. And what we have coming through for you guys this week is on Monday, we have the Two of Swords coming up in reverse. Two of Swords in reverse means that you have a decision on Monday that you're procrastinating on, and you're trying to be as fair as you possibly can be with that decision. What I'm feeling like for your procrastination is that you are doing that because you feel like if you wait, you may get a little bit more information, which will help you make a more fair decision in this situation. I'm not sure that you really are, but I feel like that's what you're waiting for and hoping for. Now on Tuesday, Virgo, what we have coming up for you is the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords really talks about heartache, and this can be heartache from a varied different amount of places. I do feel like for some of you, you have a spouse or a significant other or a partner who does something that is pretty inconsiderate on Tuesday. And that it kind of like shocks you even that they do this thing. You're just, where did that even come from? And so I see some heartache coming out of that. It's odd because I don't really feel a significant amount of actual fights or breakups. I just feel like something is done that is that just kind of hurts. And so that's Tuesday. I do feel like for most of you that's going to be in a situation where you have a romantic relationship thing going on. There is about 20% of you though that this is going to be a little different. This is going to be family or friends that do this thing that makes you go, what on earth is going on here? Man, that like ouch. All right, so Virgo, on Wednesday what we have coming up is we have the Two of Clubs. This just means on Wednesday you're making a decision. Your decision actually ties in with this heartbreak that happened on Tuesday. And this decision is between two different things that you have great feeling about. For some of you, this is going to be deciding between two people for some particular situation. For some of you, it's going to be deciding between two people for a full-blown relationship. For some of you, it's going to be deciding between two people for just, maybe both of them ask you out on a date on the same time or something like that. And this could even be something more social where you have to decide between two events on Wednesday and which event is the one that you want to go to. So that's what I see coming up on Wednesday. Also, this is just something that you feel very strongly about. These are two things that you're very passionate about. So this could be even two projects that you're working on or two hobbies. But anyway, you make a decision on Wednesday. You have to set one in front of the other, and so you prioritize on Wednesday. Okay, so Thursday, well, you're the second sign that's got this card already. Thursday, you've got the Falling Tower. Now, the Falling Tower really talks about a very uncomfortable situation, and that situation has to do with something where you felt safe and secure. Usually this is a situation that does add to security of your life, or at least you perceive that it does. And then you think that it could last, indefinitely. But what happens is suddenly and out of the blue, you're just ejected right out of that situation. It's like you're thrown out of the tower. And just completely unexpected. The thing is, it's really the universe's wake-up call to say, you know what, you were getting too lazy. Basically, you were satisfied with whatever the situation was that brought you security, to the point that you weren't even looking for other options, because there were better options out there that you weren't even looking at because you were just lazy. You were in this tower, everything was covered. You were in this good situation, everything was covered. There was more opportunity out there that could have been better for you, that you just let it pass by. So this is the universe's way of saying, guess what? You're not doing that again. Now you're going to be actively looking for opportunity. And you'll find it. The long-term consequences of the tower is that you generally find better opportunities than the situation that you were booted from, and you're happier once you get into them because they're more empowering. But very uncomfortable right at first. Long-term, though, is good. Okay, so Virgo, my contact is bothering me. I'm sorry, guys. I know you see me like just trying to get it to quit bothering me, but I just want to apologize for that. So anyway, here's what we have here. We have Friday, we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Ten of Swords in reverse is a good card to have. This just is telling me that you had a situation, Virgo, where people's opinions of you really were not that high in a certain situation. For a lot of you, I feel like this had to do with a certain project at work, not for your whole job, but for a certain project at work. You had people that were looking at you like, what? Just kind of had a poor opinion of you there. And for a few of you, this is something that's going on within family. Family is notorious for not seeing the real beauty of the other people in the family, so that doesn't surprise me that that's coming up. But what is coming up on Friday is that the Ten of Swords is reversed, which means that now that situation is changing. It's making a turnaround. So where those people had an opinion of you that wasn't so good before, they are starting to come around and they're starting to see, oh, wow. They're starting to see the facts as what's happening instead of just looking at things through a skewed lens. They're starting to see the facts and they're starting to appreciate you. And this is a process, and this process is just beginning to swing on Friday. But it's a process, and it's going to take a few weeks to work itself all the way through. So I don't think you're actually going to see really any first manifestations except maybe little baby ones on Friday. Your first manifestations of this change of thought about other people around you are probably not going to come up till late next week is when you're actually going to see them. But this card just lets you know that's what's going on behind the scenes. All right, so then Saturday, what we have coming up here is we have the Ace of Clubs. Now the Ace of Clubs just means that you're getting some kind of new inspiration or new passion on Saturday. And so this new passion is going to be something that sort of propels you into action. It's something that you're going to be really curious about is what I'm hearing, Virgo. You're going to have this curiosity that comes up, something that you're going to be exposed to on Saturday. And it's just going to kind of intrigue you and cause this curiosity to make you search for more information about whatever this thing is. For a lot of you, it is, I'm feeling like a lot of you, 60% of you about this is going to be metaphysical stuff. And I'm hearing sports stuff for most of the rest of you, like 30% sports stuff. And then I've got 10% that are just a smattering of all kinds of different things. So that's kind of random, but okay. So Ace of Clubs, that's what I have coming up on Saturday. Then on Sunday, the Hermit. Some people call this the most spiritual card in the deck. I don't know if I would call it that, but I do call it my pre-reading card. And the reason I call it my pre-reading card is because when you get this card, this just means that on Sunday you're going to be spending some time feeling very isolated and really thinking about what makes you tick, what makes you trigger, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what makes you joyful, and why. Why? And really starting to see some patterns in yourself and starting to understand yourself better. And so that's what I see happening to you Sunday. So here's why I call this the pre-reading card. Once you start to understand some of these things about yourself, guess what happens when you start interacting with other people? You start seeing that they follow similar patterns to yours. So they might say something that triggers in you, oh, they're feeling such and such. And it's not something that they're going to tell you. So you're going to be picking up on things that they wouldn't tell you just because you notice that your patterns and their patterns happen to be similar. We're humans. We have similarities. Most of us have one nose. Most of us have two nostrils. Those types of things. Well, we also have similarities in how we act. So what you're going to be doing is just seeing some of those similarities and picking up on information about these people without them telling you. And I call that the pre-reading card because you're not really reading them. You're just noticing patterns. Anybody can notice patterns without having to tune in psychically at all. It can be very logical and scientific. So that's why I call it pre-reading, because it's not really reading, but the other person doesn't know that. For all the other person knows, you're tuned into spirit and you are just picking it all up out of the airwaves. So it's a fun card. It's an interesting day whenever you're learning this kind of stuff about yourself, and it's really a lot of fun whenever you can start using that knowledge when you're around other people as well and just watching their reactions. Okay, so Virgo, that is your week. For those of you who would like to book a session with me, please check out my website. You should know that I do more than just a psychic tarot reading. I also do mediumship work as well as some spiritual healing. So once you've gone there, if you decide that I am the person that you want to work with, feel free to contact me and we'll schedule you a session as quickly as possible. And for the rest of you, I will see you all next week. Oh, by the way, did I give my website? amista.info, amista.info, I-N-F-O. Gotta watch me sometimes. My memory is not as wonderful as I would like it to be. So anyway, everybody have a great week, and I will see you all next week. Peace out.